Hey everybody, today we're going beyond the secret.
I'm Heather.
And I'm David.
From Zen Rose Garden.
.com.
Yes.
Helping people create
Badass lives.
First off, the secret was a primer. It was just enough to get you started.
Yes, I like to call The Secret, the actual book The Secret, a metaphysical infomercial for what is possible in your life. So the book was really great, but it requires you to go beyond The Secret and start really digging deep into personal growth and self-evaluation, self-awareness, self-reflection, all those good things that take a little bit more work.
Yes, absolutely. And that was all fine and good to have this taste. And if it was enough for you to be here, then you want more. So how do you get more?
How do you get more, David?
How do you get more? Well, first, you eat s'mores. No. How do you get more? So the law of attraction and the secret and all of those things, those are really great ways to program your brain. We've talked about this several different times, programming your brain. What does that mean? All of these terms that we hear, like mind hacks or life hacks or things like that, those are different ways to program your brain to achieve a particular outcome that you want.
Well, here's the interesting thing for me. These are all different methods and programs that are all sort of the same thing. Mm-hmm. They're just different languages that we recreate in every new generation that are no different from some of the systems of, like the Bible, for instance, which were like, you reap what you sow, and cast your bread on the waters and it will come back to you with more bread, or whatever that was.
I think that's like feeding ducks.
Right? But soggy bread. But anyway, it's kind of
feeding ducks.
You'll see this same kind of program in a lot of different world, culture, religious, spiritual systems. But we just, in our generation, call it The Secret, the metaphysical infomercial.
If you have faith, God will provide.
Yeah.
That's another example.
But they're all systems of programming the brain. So there's some really deep psychology that is underlying all of these systems.
And the whole purpose for The Secret and the hidden knowledge behind The Secret is to make your mind and your entire life congruent. So all of these people that have actually achieved the state of manifestation that you're hoping for have practiced over and over and over again, getting to the place where they believe and have faith that God or the universe or whatever is going to provide for them.
Well, and I think all of these things are sort of a way to not trick you, but kind of coax you into congruency with your truth inside and how you're manifesting and acting out into the world. So they're kind of like ancient mind hacks that we reinvent, like I said, with every generation, with new terminology and new verbiage. And however it speaks to you, it doesn't matter, because the true underlying concept stays consistent for generations. So secret hidden knowledge really isn't as secret and hidden as you think. It's just that old concept. If you have eyes to see, you will see. If you have ears to hear, you will hear. So you really have to be open and listen.
Absolutely. There's no secret here. It's all about doing the work.
Right.
If you do the work, you will reap the rewards.
So it's always been about personal growth. It's always been about inner reflection. It's always been about greater self-awareness and becoming congruent with your truth.
Since the dawn of time.
So when you're self-aware, when you are authentic in your expression, when you have relieved yourself of those fears that you will not be acceptable, that you are unworthy,
when you have self-actualized,
then the secret works. You're not even thinking about it, it just works in your life like magic, and you're not even really consciously putting out any feelers. It just happens.
Yes.
Because you've programmed your subconscious mind.
The real work is to do the work.
The real work is to do the work. And this is a new generation. So in our time right now, the millennials are sort of growing out of The Secret and the law of attraction, which was sort of a Gen X creation.
Right.
And Gen X kind of like baby boomer, creation, languaging.
Right.
And now the millennials are sort of creating that in sort of a new kind of entrepreneurial way. So it's kind of fun to observe what is happening and what will come out of that secret
Hidden knowledge.
wave.
Right.
The afterwave, the aftershock
The
of the
aftershock of the
secret,
secret.
and see what the millennials do with it, because they have a whole different approach than the Gen Xers did. So.
And by they, we mean you.
You.
There it is.
Entrepreneurial little millennials out there watching.
That's right. That's you.
All right, guys. For more badass life tips, be sure to subscribe.
And click that bell to turn notifications on.
And we'll see you in the next video.